All right, a factor demand curve will shift because of. And I think it's important here to reflect on just what these graphs look like and when we graph them side by side. Okay, so this is the wage rate. This is quantity of labor. All right, so then we have upward sloping supply. We have downward sloping demand. At this point, this is the equilibrium price. I didn't label it, but then when we get here, that is the price. That price is the supply of labor, which is also called the marginal factor cost, and it equals supply. We have a downward sloping marginal revenue product. That is equal to demand for said product. All right. Sorry, the demand for labor. I said demand for the product, but that is a different market. This is the factor market. It's the demand for labor. Okay, and so really what they're asking is, like, what will cause a shift? Well, a shift, as we know, means that MRP would go MRP1, or it could be shift the other way, MRP2. The point here is that elasticity is just going to change the shape of the curve as well as the slope of the MP curve. Like, those are not shifts. Okay? The proportion of the factor's cost relative to the total cost, I don't even really fully understand what that means, and that's not what we're talking about here. What we're actually saying is it's a change in the price of the good the factor produces. Meaning that because it is marginal revenue product, meaning that if you could earn more marginal revenue for a product, then the value of that marginal revenue, also called VMPL, the value of the marginal product of labor, because VMPL and MRP are the same stinking thing, would then, if the value of the product increases, well then the demand, the marginal revenue product, or the demand for labor, would increase. If that product marginal revenue decreases, then they shift left because now you're producing less value. They're talking about change in the marginal factor cost, but I'm going to point out that if marginal factor cost did change, then it is merely a movement along the MRP or demand curve. So that is why the answer is A, a change in the price of the good that the factor produces. Because once again, this is an issue of derived demand.